What's up, idiot?
What's up, slumber bumble grumble?
Okay.
I had to get something in there at the last second.
I just went for the old standby.
Slumber bumble grumble, I think is all right.
It sounds like a springtime thing, like that thing that you just said would be waking up from winter.
But isn't a slumber bumble a slumber party?
I don't know what you're saying. I
Slumber
don't
bumble,
I'm picturing like a creature, like a abominable snowman, but like a springtime one.
like one of those whenever you see, have you ever watched the videos of the bears waking up for hibernation and they come out of their cave and they've got like bed head to the nth degree and they're real like just sloppy and lazy.
Yeah, that's all of us right now.
That's the slumber bumble grumble.
Yeah, that's us. That's me. Coming out of the hibernations. Trying.
It's not working.
It's not working. I just want to stay here. Just to stay in my house forever.
All right, good talk, everybody. You can follow us on our Instagrams and Twitters. Check the bio for descriptions. Buy a ticket to win a date with Jessica and Toad and Tenney. And we'll see you next week.
We didn't even talk about anything. Jeez.
I'm very tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep. I had to be up early so that I could go and meet my father at the hospital so he could get his blood drawn.
Fun, exciting, different.
Pretty exciting. So the plan was he was going to drive directly from up north to the hospital. I would take an Uber to the hospital and meet him there, and then I would walk him through the process. So I woke up early, got an Uber, went to the hospital, and my dad called me and said, "Yeah, I'm at your house. Where are you?"
Oh, God. Well,
Now he's here. He's 2 days away from his surgery. Day and a half, actually. It's Monday.
yeah.
Of course it's timed to the fucking eclipse.
Yeah, that's wild, actually. I would not. I'd be like, no, we're not doing it. That's like the beginning of a horror movie. Like he's going to be implanted with something and it's going to be born in like whenever. It's messed up.
He thought he was just going in for surgery, and then the eclipse happened. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Maybe he'll come out normal.
I don't know. Maybe they'll put the sun in his belly, and then we'll never see the sun again.
This whole conversation we're having has not made sense for 1 second.
I love it.
God, we're out of our minds right now.
I love it. He's not in the house right now. He went out to drive around because it's nice outside.
Good. It is really nice out, actually, though.
60 degrees. Come on.
Toad went out all day.
Let's go.
So on Wednesday, we got to see an advanced screening of Monkey Man with Dev Patel wrote, directed, and starred in, and it's fucking fire.
It's pretty good.
It's really good.
It is really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, for once.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear all of the people who hate it because they didn't understand it.
I know. Most of the reactions online have been super good, but some people are being bigots because that's what people do. So,
Well, it was like the immediate, as we were walking out, the guy behind me who was like, I didn't understand it. I thought I was going to be like John Wick. I wouldn't have to think about it.
yeah, there's this weird thing where almost every movie in history has a story and you have to fucking pay attention and follow along and like comprehends the fucking theme of the movie.
I don't think that people realize, like, if you make a good movie, I think in most cases, I could just be talking out my ass here, but I think in most cases, if you have a good movie, you could watch it without the sound on and you would still understand the film.
Yeah, and Monkey Man is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I spent, when I had Neo Tokyo, when I had my Japanese toy store, we would sit and watch non-subtitled Japanese movies, and I understood what was happening.
Yeah. They just don't want to. They're like literally probably not paying attention the whole fucking time anyway. But anyway, it's hard to. I don't fucking know. I don't want to explain anything about the movie. I just want y'all to go see it. It's an action movie and it fucking rules. But it also has like a story and a lore and like it's like heartfelt but like badass at the same time. But Dev Patel is a black belt in Taekwondo and did like everything himself. And like everything that could go wrong during filming went wrong. It was during the pandemic. They were going to film in India, but they couldn't. So they filmed in, now I forget, Indonesia, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So they were in a bubble while he was training. Before they even started filming, he broke 2 of his toes in fight training. Then in the first filmed fight of the movie, he broke his hand. So he had to like rework a bunch of his choreography for the movie. Halfway through the movie, their director of photography had a heart attack and died. So we had to get somebody else. They had a really, really low budget. So they would like break a table during the movie and they would have to go on the floor and pick up all the pieces and glue it back together and shoot again. their cameras kept breaking and stuff, and they couldn't get new ones because it was the pandy and nothing was getting to anywhere. So some of it's shot on his iPhone. It's just like everything that could have went wrong, and it's still like a masterpiece. And it was supposed to be released directly to Netflix, but Jordan Peele saw a copy of it and flipped out and was like, we have to put this in movie theaters. And he produced it from that point on, and now they love each other forever. I watched interviews with them, and they're so fucking cute and complimentary of each other. And I guess the first time they talked on the phone, they like, Dev was telling him all the millions of things that went wrong, and they like bonded over that. And I don't know, he's just like very sweet. In every interview, he's so nice. Everybody that talks to him is so fucking nice. And like he hates taking compliments, and he's like, they'll say the nicest thing about his movie, and he's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Or like, you're such a good interviewer. Like he turns it on them and like starts complimenting them because he's uncomfortable. Like very relatable for me.
When you were talking about all of his personal accidents, breaking his toes and stuff like that, perhaps Dev is the new Jackie Chan.
Yeah, he said that like he grew up, he loves Korean action movies, he said, and like Enter the Dragon was a big, like he straight ripped, like there's a scene in Enter the Dragon where there's like these mirrors, and like that he mirrors that in his movie in this one part too. So yeah, he said that like he grew up watching different movies like that, and like other action movies that portray certain types of people, and he just wanted a straight up action movie like the ones that he grew up loving that portrayed someone that looked like him. So he wanted like children that look like him to grow up and have that. So
it worked.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's cool as hell. I freaking loved it. I can't wait to watch it again.
I just watched Roadhouse again.
The new one?
Yeah.
Why?
Because my dad hadn't seen it.
Oh, did he like it?
At the final fight, my dad said to me, is that Conor McGregor?
What took him that long?
Yes.
I mean, that speaks to Conor McGregor's fucking popularity, though. Because how the fuck does your dad know who that is?
I just like that it took literally the last moments of the final fight scene, and my dad was like, "Is that Conor McGregor?"
Remind me, I have a moment like that happened to me during. Well, I guess I'll just talk about it now, but I went and saw the new Omen movie. It's called The First Omen. It's a prequel to the original Omen. I took the dog to the drive-in yesterday.
Weirdest name for a movie.
The First Omen? I know. I don't even like saying it. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what it should have been, but...
I don't know either. It just always, I made a comment about when they first announced it on Twitter.
Yeah.
It would be like making a movie called The First Jaws.
I know. The First Exorcist. Well, no, The First Exorcist actually works, kind of, if it was the first one ever, but still. I'm sure they just wanted the name recognition in it.
Yes.
Like if they called it like, I don't fucking know. I really don't know. But no, I don't like it either. But so yeah, I took the dog to the drive-in, and it was very cute. Oh, I wanted to tell you, I don't even remember last time I was at the drive-in, but they played a bunch of previews, and I was like, can we just get to the fucking movie? But anyway, and the sound's all in the car, all loud, and they played the trailer for Planet of the Apes, and Toad went fucking crazy.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Giant monkeys on the screen in front of the car, and they're all in all the sound is in the car, and he was transfixed.
I'm sure.
I might have to take him to see the whole movie in the car, but yeah, he loved it. But I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't think he would like it. It was like, listen, the reviews for The First Omen on Twitter are so correct. People are losing their minds. They're like, it's blasphemous. It's shocking. I was shook. Oh, it's the best horror prequel ever. And then I go see it. And I text Katie after. I go, is it weird that I just thought it was fine? That's all it said.
I personally, I will tell you, one of my favorite horror movies is the original Omen.
Me too.
It is so fucking scary.
Yeah. And the kills are so nuts.
So nuts. And just the aesthetic of it and the feel of it. And like, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, when I was seeing people like, this is the best, I was like, but is it really?
I swear, dude. And I had this conversation with Katie last night too, that I have to come to the realization that these people are entering the franchise at this point. There are people that will go see this movie who have never seen the original.
Right.
And I have to accept that.
Right, exactly.
And then maybe it'll like make them watch the original, and maybe they'll still like this one better because I can't speak to their tastes. But you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Right? So, like, if this was my first entry into the yeah, I would probably think it was cool, but they do okay, the acting is great. She's great. She's the girl from Servant on Apple TV Plus. The acting was great. It looked very beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
but it's fine. And they fucked with the original lore a little bit.
Well, that's not very nice. It does have one of my favorite actors in it.
Who?
Ralph Ineson.
Is he the creepy priest guy?
I don't know who he plays in the movie. He's the father from The Witch.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, that yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize he was the guy from The Witch. Weird. Yeah, so he plays a younger version of Father Brennan
Yeah.
from yeah. So I don't hate what they did, but I've seen some people on Twitter who are like obviously older and who like hold the original Omen in the high esteem that we do, who are like, I don't know about them messing with the story, but it's cool. It's like I think it was good. Like I give it like an 8. I don't give it like a 10.
Right.
But anyway, as to what you were saying, what reminded me of what you said was there's a main like mean, you know how basically every fucking religious horror movie or religious movie period, one of the nuns is mean as fuck.
Yes.
So like the meanest nun in the whole movie, I'm like, I know that fucking voice. I know that fucking voice the whole time. And then finally, in like the last 7 fucking minutes, I realized exactly who the fuck it was. And okay, you know in Sex and the City when Samantha dates a woman for like 5 seconds and it's that Maria chick who breaks all her plates?
Yes.
That's who the main fucking nun is. It's Maria.
There you go.
I know. It took me the whole movie. I'm like, who is that? I know who that is. So whenever y'all watch it, just think of that. She's not that scary. It's Maria from Sex and the City. But it's good. Yeah, it's good. But no, in my opinion, the deaths in the original one are
I mean, the original Omen deaths. I mean, come on.
I know.
The plate glass?
I saw somebody say something interesting too, I feel like on Twitter today, where they said that the intervals at which the deaths happen in the original are perfect too. They're like almost perfectly spaced out.
Yeah.
And the way they did it in this one are like not like that.
Right.
It doesn't like, I don't know. It's fine.
Just, you know, the new generation. You're just an old lady now.
Whatever.
You're not up for those TikTok hard cuts and
just in my opinion, like there will never be like the Omen, The Exorcist, Amityville Horror, Jaws, and Carrie are fucking they're perfect. They're all perfect. They're all by which everything else is made and built on. So it's tough for me when new iterations come out. It's tough. But it's about I would say it was done about as good as it could be for sure. And I would say people should see it for sure. I'm definitely not mad I went. I'm glad I went.
yeah, I think I kind of had to relearn to like horror in the 90s.
Yeah, I love 90s horror.
But I'm saying like because I grew up with 70s and 80s horror,
yeah,
when new horror started in the 90s, I had to relearn it the way that I'm having to relearn it again now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it is totally different.
Because like watching something like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Carrie or Jaws, and then they start releasing movies like 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, Final Destination. I had to relearn how to like horror.
Yeah. But it was fun. The drive-in's fun. I like went, listen, I don't know why, but at that drive-in, I don't like getting out of my car. So I don't like going to the concession there. So on the way there, I stopped at a regular movie theater and got popcorn and pop and walked out of the theater and put it in my car.
You're the fucking weirdest.
I know. And I got a car wash and Toad hated it. It was like crazy spaceship car wash and it changed all these different colors inside and Toad was like, absolutely not.
Toad has liked it when I washed your car before.
Well, yeah, but I'm telling you, the whole car inside of a car was changing rainbow colors. It was like nuts. It was like we were in a spaceship.
Yeah, I think he was better when he saw that I was in control of the water.
Yeah, no, it did not go good. And it was literally $20 fucking dollars. $20 for a car wash.
Everything's $20.
It's so dumb. But a very exciting thing happened early this week because what did you watch?
I can't remember what it's called.
Notting Hill.
I know the name of it. Notting Hill.
Wow, you finally watched Notting Hill. And I got so fucking excited. It is a perfect movie.
It's pretty good.
You loved it.
It's for me.
That is a big victory in my life.
It's a big one.
I love that movie.
Perfect acting on all around, the whole cast and characters.
Perfect.
Hugh Grant is perfectly being dumpy, frumpy, dopey.
Love him. Perfect.
His face is perfect when he opens the front door and all the photographers are outside.
Yes. And then Spike goes out there like a psycho.
Like a psychopath.
And then we've been quoting the part about the apricots all fucking week.
Yep.
And you're like he's so cute and perfect that you're like, literally, yes, the biggest actress in the world should be in love with him. Yes.
Especially because I'm one of those people. I mean, I don't know if this is true of everyone. Is this true of everyone? Does America like Julia Roberts because she's not really pretty?
What?
Julia Roberts is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
But not like she doesn't have like Hollywood face.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. I think she's perfect.
I think she's beautiful, but I think that one of the reasons that she is beautiful is because she doesn't look like a Hollywood casted actress.
I don't know.
She kind of got a weird nose. She kind of got a weird mouth.
But we've had this conversation before about how like older movies, like when I talked about Jack Nicholson looking how he fucking does in all of his movies, like normal looking people used to be allowed in movies and to be movie stars, and now they just have to be fucking
normal looking men used to be allowed in films.
I don't know.
Women always had to be gorgeous, stunning.
I don't know. I feel like too, like fucking Diane Keaton and stuff, when she first started, she was like normal looking.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if we know what we're talking about.
I know, I don't either. I can't have the is Julia Roberts beautiful conversation because yes, the fuck she is.
Yeah, but you and I have had a discussion multiple times that we think people are attractive who have screwed up faces.
That's true. Every celebrity crush I have looks like a goblin, and I'm not sorry.
Adrian Brody is not attractive.
Dude, he's so handsome.
But he's super handsome.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I really don't. And now I'm in love with Dev Patel. I always have been, but now it's worse. It's way worse.
There you go.
He's so handsome.
I have a note here to myself that for some reason, I wanted to talk about Ashford and Simpson, but I don't remember why.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know the musical group Ashford and Simpson? They sang Solid, Solid as a Rock. You don't remember that either?
No.
I went to see them one time and I ended up hanging out with Paul Schaefer and watching him do cocaine. I think that's what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
But I couldn't figure out why I wanted to talk about it.
Were they in? Did somebody die? Were they in something?
No. I was just working it off the record, and one of the record store owners was friends with them, and so we went to go and see them in the studio while they recorded, and I ended up sitting in a room with Paul Schaefer while he did cocaine.
That's weird.
I was thinking about something about like how we have weird moments, you and I, where we just get into situations where like, why am I here?
Yep, been in a lot of those.
And then all of a sudden you're sitting in a room with Paul Schaefer from David Letterman. He's doing cocaine and there's like Motown singers in the other room.
Yeah.
But I can actually remember why I wanted to talk about it because my mind is destroyed right now. My mind is mostly filled with my father taking up most of my time and how that's going to go on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a microwave, buying a new couch, bought a new mattress for him. The whole house is set up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very surprised. And then he asked me if I wanted him to cut the trees down in my yard.
When?
Today.
No.
He wanted to get a chainsaw in my garage, cut the bushes down in my backyard, and then he was going to tie a chain to the stump where they were at and pull them out of the ground. I told him, no, please do not, because in a day and a half, you're getting surgery.
What a psycho. I was watching, Pluto has Godfather, all the Godfathers on this month, of course. So I've watched Godfather 1 and 2 like fucking 3 times already. And I don't know why I never realized it before, but I was watching it the other day and I'm like, for some, like, okay, so they're talking about how, well, obviously, like, Michael wasn't supposed to be the one. It was supposed to be Sonny. And then it ended up being Michael. And then Michael joined the army and they didn't want him to fucking join and all this shit. And I'm like, this is like the Kennedys. I'm like, the brother that it was supposed to be, it didn't end up being him because he died. And then, you know, he was in the army and they probably didn't want him to do that because he was supposed to be the president, etc. So I'm like, this is like the Kennedys. And then I Googled, is The Godfather loosely based on the Kennedys? And I was right.
See, there you go.
I know. He said it was like, obviously it's based off of like mafia shit, but like the Kennedys, and he said like the Vanderbilts, I think, like American legacy families. But I was like,
then you end up with Anderson Cooper.
Yeah. This is weird.
You end up with RFK Jr. and Anderson Cooper.
Ugh, grown.
Grown.
But yeah, it was weird that I picked that up.
I saw that Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things is coming to Shudder.
You don't have Shudder anymore?
No, but I have it on Blu-ray, so people who have Shudder can watch it.
I wish I had Shudder, but I can't fucking afford all the things. I canceled my Netflix because I'm fucking sick of everything.
It's my favorite zombie movie.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I still don't think I've seen it.
Oh my God. That's my movie suggestion for this episode. Children shouldn't play with dead things.
What is it loosely about?
Some theater kids go to an island that is a graveyard, and they're going to have a occult ritual to seemingly try and raise the dead, and then they do. They don't think they're going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? They're just going out there as a goof, but they end up doing it.
Nice.
And then it goes wild. And everybody is so fucking 70s. The mustaches, the bell bottoms, the fucking striped trousers. It's amazing.
I'm sure it's like on my watch list, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
And man, is the first 45 minutes a fucking slog, but I don't mind at all.
If it gets to something, I don't mind, but it's like one of the best titles too for a movie.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
It's because the lead actor, Alan Ormsby, is a theater guy. He's like a director. And so he keeps going like, follow me, my children, into the graveyard. And they're all sick of his shit in the movie.
That's what we need to do on our next Boo Pod trip is just act like that guy the whole time. Come with me, children.
See the hippo. Come eat the breadstick.
Come drink the vodka ginger ales. Another thing that I read about that happened this week that seems like something you should bring up, a copy of Action Comics #1 sold for $6 million, breaking the all-time comic sale record.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to get my hands on one, so.
Well, nobody is.
There's only like 10.
I know. It was graded 8.5. Nick Cage has a graded 9 copy that he paid $2.1 million for in 2011, and this one sold for $6.
Let me just tell you right now, graded comics is a scam.
I know. I don't know why anybody gives a shit about that.
You send your comic to a guy, and then a guy goes, this looks like a 10. And then they put it in a plastic holder and give it back to you.
Yeah, and it costs like $100.
Yeah, it costs like $100.
No way.
You can get VHS tapes graded now.
That's dumb. I see you can get trading cards too.
Trading cards, VHS tapes, records, anything you want can be graded right now.
Stupid. And then you have to sell it for over that amount, which 99% of the graded shit don't sell for.
And they, like, in the case of books and stuff, it's encased in plastic, so you can't read it.
Yeah, then it's just ruined. Then it's just in a box.
Just in a box. No one will ever touch it again.
Stupid.
Full disclosure, I do have some graded comics, but I consider them artwork and not comic books because they just hang on the wall.
Nice. While we're on the topic of collectible things, I saw it again this week on Twitter, and it pissed me off again because it always does, and I know it pisses you off too. The plural of vinyl is fucking vinyl. It doesn't have an S at the end. You don't say vinyl. So you don't say, look at all these fucking vinyls I have. You don't say, look at the reissue of these vinyls.
I've got a lot of vinyl in my house.
God.
Actually, I've got a lot of records in my house.
That records is fine.
Not vinyls.
Christ almighty. It was like Variety. It was literally like a big ass outlet on Twitter, and they were talking about how, which this is a cool story, but Billie Eilish was like shading people for releasing like 18 different vinyl variations. She's like, all of it's wasteful, you're ruining the environment, they don't fucking sell, whatever the fuck. So she's like, so they were saying, they said vinyl in the fucking tweet, but they said vinyls in the tweet. I'm like, how old is your social media person? Christ.
Get those collectible vinyls.
That one grinds my gears. It's fucking great.
It grinds your gears.
Fucking vinyl.
As someone who used to work at a record store, I mean, it really bothers me.
And why would it? I don't even get I don't even get how you would arrive at that.
I think, as a matter of fact, off the record store I worked at, I think on our outside window, it said tapes, CDs, and vinyl.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tapes, CDs, and vinyls.
That, like, it don't even sound right.
No, it doesn't sound correct at all. It's not. What are you doing this week? You got any big plans?
I have to work, and there's an eclipse, and we have an event next Saturday.
What are you doing for the eclipse?
Fucking nothing. Going outside and going, ooh, that's fun, and then going back inside.
You gonna make a little pinhole box so you can look at the...
Well, one of our pates sent me a pair of eclipse glasses, and I have to go to the P.O. box still and get them because I forgot. But I still kind of don't trust those. Like the ones they sell for $3. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna risk my fucking eyeballs on these $3 foldable glasses. We'll see if I look at it. Like when it's fully covered, you're allowed to look at it without glasses.
You shouldn't look at it at all.
Well, I'm not gonna.
Don't pull a Trump.
I know.
Even when I wear the glasses that I have, which are Eclipse glasses, which weren't $3, even when I put them on, I'm looking like out of the corner of my eye.
I know. I know. I don't really want to look. I think it'll be neat when it's like a little bit dark out, but I don't necessarily really want to look right at it.
I like it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's gonna be weird because we're in like 99% totality, so it should be pretty dark, right?
Yeah, I'll have to leave the hospital.
Yeah, you might be out. When I had my surgery, I think we were home by like 2.
Well, they're keeping him overnight.
Oh, you're gonna stay there overnight?
No, I'm just saying, I don't know how long his surgery takes, but it should be over by then because I think his surgery is at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's what mine was. And then I was in recovery for fucking 5 seconds because yay, America. Then they booted my ass out the door.
Well, it's just your attitude.
No. Majorly drugged up.
America. I have a 10 Tenney to do this week.
Oh, yeah.
I have a 10 Tenney to do this week for Patreons.
Yeah, our Patreons, there's a live chat where Tenney answers all your questions.
Except I think on this episode, I'm going to try and watch an episode of Ghost Stalkers and comment on it.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. Then I have a wedding to perform on Friday. Then we have an event on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm done.
Well, we have next month in May, we're emceeing the Pennhurst Paracon just outside of Philly at Pennhurst Asylum. We haven't talked about that on here yet.
Your official MCs for the Pennhurst Paracon.
What does that mean? Well, none of us knows.
Nope. I'm going to introduce people, and every now and then I'll go, vendor tables are open.
Somebody bring us a cocktail. It'll be good. It's like a vendor show too, so there's like spooky vendors, and I think it's all outside, and then you can walk through Pennhurst, and there's like investigations, I think, and stuff. But if you go, I think it's pennhurstasylum.com. You can go and get tickets, hang out with us all weekend. It's like Saturday and Sunday. I think it's May 18th and 19th.
Yes.
Yes.
And you've never been to Pennhurst.
I haven't. I'm excited. That's one of the big ones.
Yeah, it's a spooky one.
It looks like it. There's like
There's a lot of buildings.
Yeah, there's a lot of buildings.
There's a lot of buildings.
I'm excited.
And I'll take you to the room that is the creepiest and seems to be the most haunted to me.
Nice.
Which is the little room where the children were.
Yikes.
Yeah. And for me, Pennhurst over the years, because I've been there multiple times, over the years, Pennhurst has always been more active during the day than at night for me.
Yeah, when we were at that asylum in Wisconsin and that shit was banging at me and like following me, that was during the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to keep in mind what you've heard me say it a million times. I'm sure people have heard me say it at lectures, but when you go to state hospitals and prisons, you have to remember that everyone that was in there after like 7 o'clock at night were told to be quiet, don't talk, don't make noise. And so when you go into these places at 1 a.m, you're doing something super counterintuitive. If there's any kind of persistence of memory or what they did, they were all told to be quiet. You saying like bang on this wall, slam this door at 1 o'clock in the morning probably doesn't get the greatest results. But if you go there at noon when it was lunchtime, shit's fired up.
I agree. But yeah, in those places they had like schedules. Oh geez. Oh geez. Baby.
Well, like when we filmed Ghost Stalkers, every single investigation included a day investigation, every location that we were at. And the network just didn't show any of them because they didn't think it was spooky enough.
Like if I'm at home watching, I would want to see though the whole location in the light. Like you can't even get a feel for what it looks like when it's all night cam. Yeah, you have to see like how, I don't know how crazy looking it is, how big it is, how scary it is. Because then when they go lights out, you'd be like, oh, fuck, there's no way I would be in there at night. That would scare me too bad. So like, how are they supposed to know even if it looks scary if they don't see it?
Plus, we had to do daytime walkthroughs just to make sure there were areas that like were safe enough to go into.
Yeah, like not people hanging out in there.
Yeah, at Springfield State Hospital, the second floor on one of the buildings, the floor was gone in the building. Like you walked through a doorway and then you could take 2 steps and then the wood floor had rotted out and dropped down to the first floor. If you were in there only at night looking in night vision, you wouldn't have seen it and just walked into a black void and ended up on the first floor on your head.
Dang.
You're the new ghost.
Boom. Future ghost.
Boom. You're the ghost now.
Well, anyway, we'll be at Pennhurst in May. We're not going to turn into ghosts there, hopefully.
But we'll be in Toledo before that.
Yeah, on April 13th.
We have a live coming up on the 19th.
Oh, yeah, we have a WooPod live show on April 19th on YouTube.
Where we're drawing the winner of the Win a Date with Jessica and Tenney and Toad contest.
Yes. So you can still get tickets. under this episode, there's a link, and in our social media bios, there's a link at WooPod on Instagram. We're taking some Patreons to see an advanced screening of Abigail, a new horror movie on, what is it, April 17th, I think?
Something like that.
We still actually have room, so if you want to join our Patreon and come with us, go ahead and do that. Patreon.com/what'supweirdo. We do those pretty often where we get to bring Patreons with us to screenings. So if you like to go to movies for free,
Friend time, fun time.
fun time in real life, support the podcast and get free stuff out of the deal. It's not too shabby.
It's not too shabby.
Oh, also one of my favorite, I talked about it on here before, the movie Monolith. That's like an alien conspiracy kind of weird horror movie. They sent me a Blu-ray to give away on our Instagram, so I'm going to be posting that whenever I post it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, probably tomorrow or later today. So look for that. Once this episode hits, go find that and enter to win.
I'll take it.
No, it's for a winner. It's for...
I'm a winner.
We're both losers. That's why people listen to us.
Oh, I meant wiener.
You're a winner. Toad's a winner. Toad's a little wiener. Little baby. Little baby. I took him to the chiropractor yesterday, and he did so good, and he sat there like a little baby, and then we went...
Your chiropractor.
Yeah, not him. I know, literally, I'm not even kidding. I got to the counter, and the girl goes, was it you that got the adjustment or the dog? And I'm like, it was me.
Yeah.
Like, she was dead serious.
I know. That's what I was asking. I was making sure.
I'm like, what? No, it was literally me. I should have said him. Maybe it was like $3.
Right.
But yeah, he was so good there, and then he did so good at the movie. He just like curled up. He watched like quite a bit of the beginning, but then he fell asleep. But he's always a good baby. He's always a good baby. And we stopped at a pet store and got him toys.
No, really?
I just needed him to have something when we went to the movie.
Did he eat any popcorn?
No, I brought some of his treats with us though, and he had some treats.
Okay, he didn't want him to feel left out.
No, I guess that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Well, after our event next weekend, we'll record again and tell you guys about it. And whatever else happens, we'll tell you if Tenney's dad got haunted by the eclipse in his belly at the hospital.
And then maybe we'll talk about what we were supposed to do and then didn't do.
Oh, yeah. I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, we'll bring it up next time.
Okay. Good talk.
Good talk.
Mm.
Now I'm going to go and hide from my father.
Good grief.
Yay!
Boo.
6 weeks.
No. All right. Talk to you next week.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Oh my God, bye. Bye.
Bye.